Welcome back to our mid-episode break, Name Me 90s Minute. Every week we look back at a culturally relevant show, movie, or piece of pop culture that probably helps stoke the algorithm. This week, in honor of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, we're looking back at the only 90s Indiana Jones property, The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles is a television series that ran for 2 seasons from 1992 to 1993. The series explores the childhood of Indiana Jones, who apparently met a ton of historical figures and even fought in the First World War on the side of the Belgians. The show was designed as an educational program for kids, teens, and would generally start each episode with an elderly Indiana Jones in 1993's New York City, encountering a random person who would remind him of a past event from his youth, and then he'd start telling the story of that adventure. It would either flash back to him as a young boy from ages 8 to 10, or him as a teenager or young adult aged 16 to 21, played by Powder. The child Indy would travel around the world with his father and tutor, while the teen Indy rebelled against his father and joined the Belgian army using a fake name and fought at Verdun as well as in Africa, later becoming a spy. Initially, they planned to switch off between child and teen stories, but the teenage Indy eventually dominated the adventures. The show also revealed that the elderly Jones has a daughter, granddaughter, and great-grandchildren, but no mention of his son, the guy from the Dear Sister SNL sketch. During his adventures, he went on safari with Theodore Roosevelt, met Norman Rockwell, T.E. Lawrence, Leo Tolstoy, Winston Churchill, Ernest Hemingway, Al Capone, Picasso, and George Patton, among others. The list of guest stars include Catherine Zeta-Jones, Daniel Craig, Christopher Lee, Clark Gregg, Vanessa Redgrave, Elizabeth Hurley, Anne Heche, Jeffrey Wright, Kevin McNally, Ian McDermott, John Pertwee, Sean Pertwee, Paul Freeman, William Hootkins, Anthony Daniels, and Keith David, among others. Oh wait, sorry, that's Velma Kelly from Chicago, James Bond No. 6, Count Dooku, Agent Coulson, Mary Queen of Scots, Vanessa Kensington from Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, Marion Crane from the Psycho remake, Felix Leiter, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Gibbs from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, Emperor Palpatine, Doctor Who number 3, his son TV Alfred number 3, Renee Belloc, Porkins from Star Wars, C-3PO, and the President from Rick and Morty. Also, Han Solo shows up to play a 50-year-old Indy with a beard because he was filming The Fugitive at the time. The series was cancelled after 1 season, but then produced 4 made-for-TV movies in an attempt to continue the series, and finally in 1999 the series was re-edited into 22 TV films called The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. And that's The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles in a Name Me 90s Minute. More or less. Join us again next Tuesday for another Name Me 90s Minute. Remember, you can always hear these a day early in full episodes of Name Me 90s on all major podcasting platforms. And most of the small ones, too. Please subscribe and do all the other YouTube things. Bell ringing, share, like, subscribes, that sort of stuff. And we'll catch you next time.